from my center, at the center of me. Please let me feel inner peace from my center, at the center of me. Please let me feel inner peace from my center, at the center of me. My heart is open, I am aware, in me's a knowing, love, 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 my heart is open, I am aware, in me's a knowing, love, 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 ooh, please let me feel inner peace from my center, at the center of me. Please let me feel inner peace from my center, at the center of me. Please let me feel peace from my center, at the center of me. Please let me feel peace from my center, at the center of me. My heart is open, I am aware.
Hello, beautiful beings. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Oh, thank you so much for gathering with us today. It's a real honor to hold this space with my dear sisters Amy and Nyasha to give you guys a place to come and find peace within and also spread peace without. And would love to hear in the chat box how you're feeling today. In one word. There is so much emotion. We are, I'm sure, feeling it all. And we'd love to get a temperature check for how you're feeling. Devoted, vulnerable, all of it. Yeah. Feeling all of it. And that's okay. All the things at once. Ah, hopeful, grateful, emotional. Yeah. Yeah, it's been a real honor actually being able to hold this space for so many people. We've already received so much thanks and gratitude to create this place where people can plug in, because I think it's so hard to know what to say, how to speak. And so having a place where people feel they can come and pray and be of service in this way, I think is really powerful. So thank you to everyone who's watching, and also for everyone who's watching the recording. And most people here are probably a part of the Healy community. So comment a 1 if you are a part of Healy, and drop a 2 if you're not. You are a guest and you're here to come and pray with us. Welcome. So the inspiration from this call actually happened on Monday after one of our training calls with one of our product developers, Martin Whitman. And he was sharing about the power of collective prayer and how we can truly impact the collective from the intentions and the thoughts and the prayers that we put out there into the world, and how we can then use this beautiful, small but mighty quantum device to amplify the frequency of love which is what the world really, really, really needs right now. So already getting quite emotional. I'm feeling it all as well. But yeah, so what we're going to be doing over the next 30 minutes is we're going to be guiding you through a beautiful meditation by the gorgeous Amy. She's going to be analyzing the collective field with the Healy device. And then she's going to be running a collective intention to all of us in this space. So if you're yet to experience Healy, the frequency, then you are in for a treat, because the collective field that we're going to create here is going to be felt around the world. And if you have already got your Healy, then we encourage you as well to run the coherence program. So anything that we put into the field today is going to get amplified. So Amy's going to guide us through that. And then my beautiful soul sister, Nyasha, who I've known for many lifetimes, but actually met in physical form when I was living in Tulum back in November time. As soon as I met her, oh my God, you're an actual angel. I was like, you are so beautiful. Can we be friends? And so we've developed this beautiful sisterhood over the past 6 months. And she actually hasn't been very well. And she still offered to give her time and energy to spread the light. So she's going to be sharing a beautiful unity transmission with you all halfway through the call. So that's going to be really, really powerful. I'm so grateful and so honored. So I'm going to pass over to the wonderful Amy now, who actually instigated this call. And she's going to be guiding through the next steps. Thank you, Amy.
Thank you, Kim. And it's so lovely to be here, and it feels actually huge. I was saying to Kim, you know you're in the right place when you have a desire to do something that's just about spreading love and peace, and you share it with a community who all say, yes, how do we make that happen? That's just wonderful. And for me, it was that this is a real desire, because I'm sure I'm not the only person who really feels everything that's happening in the world right now. And sometimes there aren't words to really describe how we feel, and sometimes we can feel quite powerless in a way. And I think there's an invitation for us all to remember that within each and every one of us, we have the strongest medicine, the strongest power within, which is love. So using this session to really amplify that just feels incredible. So what I would love to do first and foremost is just to ask, as we come in, is just for everybody just to close our eyes for a moment. Maybe just feel your feet on the floor, roll the shoulders back, maybe bring your hands over the heart space or wherever feels soothing to you. And just taking a moment just to drop in and notice all that is present for you here in this moment. To know that there is no right or wrong way for you to feel. And just holding a moment for all that is here. And as we feel everything that is present, I invite you to notice and to drop into where you feel love in your body. And just to breathe into the love that is within each and every one of us. Allowing that love to amplify just with the breath, just with bringing awareness to it. And maybe as you continue just to keep your eyes closed, to feel connected to the love within, I'm going to ask you in a moment, as we gather the collective frequency and vibration of everybody in this space, I'm going to ask if you wouldn't mind just taking yourself off mute for a moment. I'm going to share my so you can see. I'm going to collectively gather our frequency as a group. So I hope you can see my screen okay. So what I would love you to do as we record this vibration is, if you come off mute, if you could just say your name on repeat, and we'll just gather that vibration from everybody that's collectively here. Disconnect, I'll tell you when. So if you just say, my name is, and then, so my name is Amy.
My
My
name is
name is
Mark.
My name is Maria, or
My name is Morgan.
my name is Maria.
Thank you.
My name is Maria.
Thank you. Thank you. So we have collectively gathered the frequency of everybody that is in this space.
My name is Sunita.
Thank you. If you wouldn't be placing yourself back on mute now. And the intention that we've selected is, we choose to amplify the frequency of love within as we send a prayer of peace to one and to all, knowing that this frequency that we are going to share ultimately is about sending that prayer for peace to ourselves first and foremost. Okay, so as I'm going to collectively scan and set this intention for us all. Again, my invitation is to you, to each and every one of us, to close our eyes, to drop back into the body, and just to feel that sense of really tapping into the frequency of love within, and holding that intention of allowing that frequency of peace and love to come to yourself and to ripple from you to everybody else. So as you close your eyes, I'll just scan this for a few moments. Just holding that frequency of love and a desire for peace. Beautiful. So I am now, with everybody's permission, I'm going to vibrate this frequency for the rest of the session, so that we are all in receipt of this beautiful frequency that is just amplifying the love that we all feel and that desire for peace within. Kim, I don't know if I'm handing back to you or if I'm handing back to Nyasha.
Thank you, my love. Yeah, you can stop sharing the screen now, and then beautiful. Thank you so much. Yeah, so we won't go into much detail about the actual Healy. We'll send the report in the email so you can take a look at it, but it's really fascinating to read what comes up and what is in the field. Thank you so much, Amy. So yeah, now I'd love to bring onto the call Nyasha, who's going to be sharing a beautiful unity transmission with us all. She is. How are you, my love?
Hi, hello everyone. I'm happy to be here.
Thank you. The volume isn't that high.
Okay, I have to hold it here. Is that better?
I think that's better, yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm well. How are you, darling?
Yeah, good, thank you. Yes, happy that you're here.
Oh, not better. I can't hear.
Oh,
Oh.
okay. Better without the headphones?
Yeah, but my microphone has just stopped working on my laptop recently. I'll have to switch to my mobile. Just give me 1 second, okay?
Okay, no worries. Oh, I love technology. So yeah, maybe in the chat box we can share yeah, your intention. What is your intention that you would like to be received by your brothers and sisters at this time?
Hello. Is that better?
Yes. Yes.
Oh, hello everyone. I'm happy to be here with you all.
Great. That's better. Thank you, my love.
Okay, perfect.
Well, actually, before you begin, because I know that you're going to be sharing so much about the unity and collaboration, one of the first readouts that was actually from the scan was peace within, peace without, for the disconnection from creator to be reestablished. So yeah, I think that's a really powerful truth that we're anchoring into the space right now. So thank you so much, my love.
Thank you. Thank you for inviting me here, everyone, and bless you all for showing up for peace and leaning in, even though, you know, there can be a lot of collective resistance and a lot of discomfort that arises around moments like this, you know, and it can bring up feelings of powerlessness and confusion and doubt. And all of these things are coming from our disconnection to the spirit ultimately, because spirit brings clarity and peace and inspired action, inspired direction, inspired guidance. And so really my invitation for all of us in this moment, in any moment, is to lean on spirit to cultivate that connection, to ask spirit to reveal the way that we can all play our part in spirit's plan for our salvation. The good thing is our salvation is guaranteed. And in moments like this, I find it such a relief to remember that our salvation is guaranteed. So just let that sink in, because in that is the release from fear. In that is the release from the sense of impending doom that we can sometimes feel when things appear to be, you know, turning upside down. But, you know, what I was sharing yesterday is that these moments of collective turmoil and turbulence are actually part of the process of illumination. So it's not that things are getting worse, it's just that we're seeing how bad things have been. We're seeing what's been hidden, what's been buried. And that's a good thing. So a moment of awareness is a moment of awakening in and of itself. You know, Palestine at the moment happens to be, you know, this mirror that's showing us what is in our collective unconscious. So it's not really even about Palestine specifically. You know, it's a symbol of ego consciousness and, you know, how ego consciousness functions, which is to attack and separate and extract and exploit and destroy. And it's rooted in fear and competition and hatred and, you know, all of the things that we don't like to look at outside of ourselves, and we definitely don't like to look at inside of ourselves. The good news is that, you know, we have the power of the miracle mind. We have the power of our unified nature as love to lean upon and to turn towards. And that is what will provide the remedy. But in order for us to really be the change, each of us has to be willing to look within and see the ego consciousness within ourselves. It doesn't mean that we're necessarily, you know, starting wars and killing people, right, externally, but it's more about looking at the thoughts, and it's more about the energetic signature of ego thoughts and ego thought consciousness, which is a focus on I and me and mine, and a preoccupation with difference and separation from others. You know, I'm like this and other people are like this, and it's all entangled in our, you know, ego body identity construct. You know, the sense of the body as I, and the body as being this and not that, and the body as being apart from other bodies, other people, and therefore apart from Creator, God. And so ultimately all of this is stemming from the belief in separation from God. That's why we are doing this. If we knew ourselves as one with God, God being love, then we would be love, right? And so the antidote to this mass forgetting is remembrance and awakening to our true nature. And so we can't be ourselves unless we know ourselves. So we get to anchor into self-knowledge as a restoration of our divine eternal identity. And that means letting go of the I, the person that you believe you are, with the name and the body that you believe to be you, because you are so much more than that, and we all are. So when we allow spirit to take over our vessel, and we allow unity consciousness to start to be revealed from within, we can be the change, truly. We can be the antidote. We can be the love that we are, because love is wholeness. Love is unified. But if we believe that we're separate, then how are we going to transmit and teach wholeness? We'd be giving, a fragmented teaching, an unintegrated teaching, a split-minded teaching. So really my invitation for us is to be radically empowered in these times, to take back our mental power from ego consciousness, which is something that we created within our mind. So it's not outside of us. There's no power outside of us doing this to us. We did this to ourselves. And that's why the ego is just crazy. It's insane. It's an insane thought system of separation, which is trying to prove something that is not real. Separation could never be real. And it can feel like a leap sometimes to know that oneness is true, and then to be in this dream world where everything appears to be separate, and to try and reconcile these things. And I get it. But still, only the truth is true. And either oneness is true or it isn't true, right? So if oneness is true, then there's no one outside of us doing this to us or doing this to anyone else. And in truth, we're only ever doing it to ourselves. And so then we get to look deeper at this, internal attack, this attack on our true nature, and this attack on ourselves. And we get to, really transform the thoughts within, the thoughts of the ego into thoughts of love and compassion for all beings, for ourselves, for those that appear to be perpetuating the harm externally, for any person that crosses our path, any being that crosses our mind. The mind is truly incredibly powerful. So someone said, just had the reverse Knight of Pentacles fall into my lap and asking about the collective complacency, entitlement, unwillingness to take risks. We need to step out of comfort zones and change for them to see where to direct the energy. Yes, beautiful. It's always about looking within. The whole thing is about looking within. Our ego wants us to constantly look outside of us and be like, we need to change this thing in the world. But what happens if we focus only on external changes is that the outside world appears to temporarily rearrange and reform, but the inner cause of that imbalance, of that disharmony, hasn't been shifted. So it's only a matter of time before the cycle begins again. And so what I'm sharing, the teachings I'm sharing now, are about looking at the cause, which is the belief in separation. That's how we're going to affect true change, and that's what the real work is, to awaken. Awakening is awakening from the belief in separation to unity consciousness, not just as an idea, not just as a nice thought, but as something that is real, the only thing that is real and truth, as our true nature. So we can, go through this process of undoing the ego within ourselves first and foremost, so that we can reveal the knowing of ourselves as love in truth, not just as a nice idea. Oh yeah, we are all love and love is who we are. Like that, people talk about that all the time on the spiritual path, but don't actually have a true felt internal sense of that as the reality of who you are, of who we are as one love. And so that's why we then see reflections of people that are talking about, oh yeah, everything's one and we're love, and then perpetuating separation consciousness in their thoughts, actions, and ways of being. So we really get to call ourselves way higher, and any change that we wish to see in the collective, we really get to be that change. And that change is an internal shift first and foremost, truly doing the work to illuminate ego consciousness. So the moment you're willing to see the ego consciousness at work within your mind, it will be revealed to you. The light will come and it will shine there. And then you're really starting to make significant contribution to our collective awakening process from separation consciousness into unity consciousness. It's an inner shift always. And you have so much power to make a contribution to that. And your work is deeply felt by all, always. It can't not be, because all minds are joined. So I really just wish for you to feel empowered and to feel a sense of divine responsibility to make your contribution even more truly to our process of awakening, and not to have any fear about where we're going and how we're getting there. And know that if you're listening to spirit, then you'll be perfectly guided, and you have everything you need within. You have everything you need, you know? And in each moment, you know, you can make a contribution. And that contribution doesn't look the same for each of us, but we all have a part to play. So really, you know, asking spirit for the way, show me the way, show me what's mine to do. You know, how can I love more truly? And letting that be our prayer. And in order to be that love more truly, we have to undo the blocks to love that try and contract love, you know, and hold it into our hearts, or only love certain people and not others, you know, or love only in certain conditions, or love only if we're getting something in, you know, a response, or if it's visible to others, you know. This work is deeply internal. It's done, you know, with you in the spirit. It's not work that you'd necessarily even talk about a lot of the time. The true deeper levels of the work, you know, it's just you and how honest you're going to be about what's going through your mind. How honest are you going to be about the ego thoughts that are motivating some of our actions and behaviors? So yeah, just feeling to share those things, and aware of time. So we'll go into a prayer now. Let me know quickly before we go into that how that has landed for you, what's coming up for you. Would love to hear from you quickly.
One thing I would love to share that was a huge breakthrough for me was when you spoke about, like, we are the one mind. Like, this isn't them and us, like, this is the one ego mind. And that really landed for me when I heard that from you a few months ago.
Yeah, we're one in the ego, and we're one in the spirit, and we're one in the power to choose between. So anytime that there's a focus on them and they need to change, and these people that are doing this, that's ego consciousness, that's separation consciousness, is separation idea. And so taking it all back in, not from a place of guilt, but from a place of, you know, empowered responsibility, means that we never feel powerless to anything. You know, we always feel like we can be the change right now. Maria says, incredibly serendipitously in my life right now, I asked, and here you are with a Macedonian. Oh, that's so beautiful, Maria. Thank you for sharing, darling. Anyone else would love to hear from you before we go into prayer? How is this resonating? So these are teachings of unity consciousness towards true non-dual awakening from the dream of separation, which is the world that we see in all bodies and all worlds that we see. So, you know, it's it's not just casual work. This is a work towards, you know, a highly advanced awakening, but we are here right now because we're ready for that. And we are reflecting the readiness in the collective by joining right now in this consciousness. Not all of us are ready to let go of us and them right now, but in truth, you know, we're all ready on some level, and eventually we're all going to get there. So that's where I'm struggling a lot. Really powerful words. Thank you. You're so welcome, Sarah. Well, anytime you're struggling, you gotta ask spirit. You just gotta ask spirit. Spirit, help me to see this more clearly. Help me to understand. Correct my perception. I'm willing to truly see. So often why we're not getting clarity is because some part of us is resistant to what would come. And we're attached to a certain idea, a way of looking, a way of being that would be dismantled in the presence of truth. So our willingness to allow truth to come in and eclipse everything that we think we know is going to accelerate the proximity of truth within our awareness. The truth won't come unless you're truly ready for it. So if you pray for the truth to be revealed and you really mean it, it will come. So we work on that sincere willingness to allow spirit to correct your perception and just trust the process of that unfolding then. My friend with me has a question. How do you suggest to be the change, loving ourselves? So asking spirit is the first way I would suggest. You know, you want to ask spirit, because not everyone has the same way to be the change, right? Ask spirit, what's mine to do? How can I love more truly? How can I play my part in your plan? You know, where would you have me go? What would you have me say? What would you have me do, spirit? And then in each moment, really, it's just about, how can I love? How can I love here? How can I more truly reveal love here? Not an idea of love, which is rooted in, you know, our programming and, you know, our ego's idea of love, which is conditional and is actually not love at all, but true love, which is unconditional, and it equally extends to all beings at once and comes from deep within us, our true nature, you know. So yeah, simplify it. Our ego loves to make it complicated. Oh, it's so hard to know what to do, and I'm confused and I'm in doubt, and these are the ego's mind tricks, you know. Love is simple. Love is easy. You know how to love because love is what you are. Don't complicate it. You know when you feel love, and you know when you feel the absence of love, or the appearance of the absence of love, because love is always present in truth, right? So we're just looking somewhere else, right? So instead of trying to think about what do I do, just connect to love. And then from that state of beingness, you just be that, and you know, love will guide you. Love will guide you. So I really encourage you to just have trust in yourself, have trust in the love that you are, and your connection to spirit, in your capacity to listen and be guided. Like, your guidance has brought you here. You've been perfectly guided your entire life. You don't need to worry about that. Okay, spirit's taking care of you, spirit's guiding you. Just amplify that conscious connection to spirit for deeper guidance, and you know, just space and resting and listening and silence is going to allow you to hear everything you need to hear in the perfect time. Yes, loving ourselves. We're leading the way together. Emily says, in my culture, this is called Whittaker, and I appreciate you putting this so eloquently. Pray for the truth revealed to build. Pray for the truth to come. I love that prayer. What would you have me be? Love is simple. I got that once and tried to find compassion for the evil people in this world, but it's just so hard when you see all the evil. So, you know, I hear you, Kirsten, you know, I hear you. And ego consciousness, you know, projects in these ways that are horrific. But if we focus on there being evil people and saying we are good people and there are evil people, that's the very same problem that is perpetuating all of this. That's the sense of us and them. They're bad and I'm good. So we want to close that gap. We want to connect to the truth of who they are, which is not their egos that are perpetuating all this harm. The truth of who they are holy, innocent children of God, just like all of us. We've just forgotten who we are. They've forgotten and we've forgotten. And so as you see them, so you see yourself, you know, when you say, oh, they're evil and bad, what you're saying is I'm evil and bad as an ego, because, you know, you can't separate your perception of them from your perception of you, because it's all one. So you want to work on seeing past that. That doesn't mean you're just, you know, we let people do terrible shit all around us and don't, you know, have boundaries or don't walk away. But we want to be transforming internally our perception towards the way that the creator would look at, you know, creator's children, right? With the eyes of love, with the eyes of compassion, of true forgiveness. It's a process, you know. Work on just opening your heart to love more, because love is the remedy to all the apparent evils, all the harms in the world. Love is always the remedy. Love is what's needed. Love is simple. Love is easy now to love. Thank you. First, diving eternally to love ourselves, which inevitably ripples. Exactly. I think the most powerful to impact the world is truly going inward and to see those areas where there's still judgment. Exactly. Limiting thoughts, wounds, see how you can shift it internally. That's exactly it. Exactly it. Because the outer world is a projection of the inner world. There's no separation between the two, in truth. Absolutely. So the more you do the work internally, the more you'll then bring that energy into your whole being, and it's going to ripple out through you. And it's like it creates this chain of miracles being, you know, the shift from the illusion of separation to the remembrance of wholeness. And you get to really be the light of the world, right? So like, just take it all inwards, do the work within, be that love, reveal it, undo your blocks to awareness of love's presence. And that's going to be the greatest contribution you can make. Sometimes that's just going to be an inner being. I'm just being love because I know who I am. And sometimes it's going to be I'm inspired to create this thing for the collective, to do something that has form in the world because spirit has guided me and I'm listening to spirit and I'm extending love as guided by spirit, you know. So we really don't need to make the decisions. We don't need to, you know, create the plan. The plan is already laid out and we just get to listen and be open and available. Unity between yin and yang. Yes, absolutely. Unity on all levels, you know, unity with our, you know, our siblings in our hearts, in our minds, unity with spirit. It's all a process of revealing that. I got the once everyone around me looked like 10 heads. I trust your path, Kirsten. I really trust your path. And, you know, you're always just going deeper. So it's not that you went there once and then you weren't there anymore. You know, you went there and then you've been in a process of purification, and you'll reveal love even more. You know, I really trust your process. So just keep speaking to spirit. All right, my love. So we've spoken for longer than anticipated, but I trust the timing. And we'll have a unity prayer now, just to like anchor all these codes in. And it's been such an honor to share with you all, truly. So let's close down our eyes and get comfortable. And just taking a deep breath in through the nose and exhaling in a sigh of gratitude. And just joining with the spirit, connecting our hearts, our minds, as we join as one love, one light. In spirit, we invite you to come into us, to take over us completely as we are stepping forth multidimensionally to truly play our part in your plan, to make our highest contribution to the revelation of love within, to the extension of light and peace through the dream. We hold all of our siblings across the earth and beyond with us in this eternal now moment, as we extend light, unity consciousness, joining with them in truth, as we awaken to our one true desire to know ourselves as love, to let go of all false ideas of separation from our source, from each other, from our true nature. Holy Spirit, use us for the purification of the subconscious mind. Use us to undo the separation consciousness, perpetuating all external manifestations of attack, war, hatred, violence, exploitation, hierarchy, inequality. In all the ways we can, Spirit, come into us and allow us to undo the architecture of separation consciousness from within. May we hear you clearly, Spirit. Take our willingness and work miracles with it. We are willing to hear. We are willing to truly see. We are willing to know. We are here to be helpful, Spirit. We listen to you for the way, and we lay down our ideas. We listen to you for the way and the knowing that you are us and we are one in truth, and your plan is ours and your will is ours. We choose peace right now in the knowing that inner peace is the catalyst to reveal peace through the dream, through the world that appears outside. We choose to heal at the level of cause, in the knowing that causal healing is the only way out of these cycles. We choose to be radically empowered, bold and devoted to the work of awakening, to the illumination of separation consciousness, to the undoing of all blocks to awareness of love's presence. We choose to be the love that we are, to know ourselves as one light, one love. May we know ourselves truly, devotedly, sincerely, willingly, wholly as divine, holy, eternal children of God, one in the light of heaven, one with our Creator, one in truth and peace and bliss and ease. May all the children of God know this truth. May they feel it on some level. We give thanks in the knowing that all the children of God are with us now, feeling this peace, beyond conscious awareness. Because all minds are joined, in truth there is only one. We choose peace, we choose truth, we choose light, we choose love, we choose healing, we choose awakening. We let go of all stories of victimhood and powerlessness, comparison, all guilt-motivated actions and thoughts. And we replace them with a commitment to inspired action, to love in action, to the extension of truth and beauty. We hold the suffering of our siblings in our hearts as ours. We show up as guided, knowing that we have a vital contribution to make. That we need not do as others do, we need do only as guided and willed by Spirit. For we have a part to play, and we are willing to play. We give thanks, Spirit, for your perfect guidance, for the clarity you offer to us in every moment. We vow to more truly, more deeply listen. We vow to more truly and more deeply love. We vow to be the change in each eternal now moment, showing up as love, choosing love. For love is the remedy, the solution, the way, the answer. Love is our salvation. Love is our home. Love is our nature. Love is. We give our thanks, Spirit, for the light revealed through this transmission, this prayer. We give thanks for your plan. We find peace in the knowing that in truth all is well, and all will always be well in truth. For we are still as God created us. One cannot be divided. Separation has never been true. Only God is real. Only love is real. We are one love eternally extending. Thank you for reminding us what reality is. So it is done. Amen. Oh, just taking a deep breath in through the nose and exhaling in a sigh of gratitude. And in your own time, just coming forward to the moment and sharing in the chat how you're feeling, how you've experienced this transmission and prayer. Sarah says that was absolutely beautiful. Oh, bless you, sweetheart. Thank you for receiving and co-creating. Such an honor, truly, to share with you all and to join with you all in this frequency of truth and light. That was beautiful, amazing. It was moving through my body, beautiful. Remembering, yes, yes. Give thanks, such gratitude. So beautiful. Thank you. You're so welcome. Centered. Amazing. Amazing. Thanks a lot. Oh, you're so welcome. Oh, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Received so deeply, feeling the heart of humanity receiving the light too. Yes. All of our siblings with us receiving this light. Oh, you're so welcome. So much gratitude to you all. Ah, such an honor, truly, to join with you in this frequency. And please feel free to stay connected with me. I'm at the Ascension Seed on Instagram. If you want to find me, I've had a kind of time off of Instagram in like the last years. I haven't been on as much, but I'm about to be sharing a lot more really powerful content, a lot of codes, a lot of prayers. My channel is about to like burst open. So come and be part of that. Come receive, come tap in with us in this frequency. It's truly so powerful. And you know, you don't find this everywhere in the spiritual community because it takes a certain level of truly deep work and illumination to join on this level of truth. You know, you have to really look at the ego, and our ego doesn't want to be looked at. So I think I always say, if you've aligned to this frequency, then it's a good thing. It's a good sign of your progress on the path, and you're doing amazingly well. And just continue following the call to the light and amplifying your willingness to awaken. You're so divine. So are you, my angel. Thank you for seeing the light that you are in me. Corinne says that was purely amazing. Felt that so deeply. Oh, how beautiful. What a blessing. That was just a taste, you know, like I didn't have my headphones, like, so you couldn't hear me. I couldn't channel as much because it would have broken up, but like I would have gone even deeper into the light language, the sound typically. And, you know, just come join with me in this work. I'm going to be opening a membership as well, working with miracle energy and sharing more of these teachings. There'll be regular prayer. It's going to be really big. The vision is to just have thousands of people tapping in with us doing this work, and to have all doors open so anyone who's called can join, you know, like finding that way to open all the doors so we can really extend the light, because that's what it's about. I also have a retreat happening end of July called The Joining. It's a spiritual ascension retreat in Peru. Going to be absolutely miraculous and profound and next level. The info for that is in my bio on Instagram, and if you feel cool, I have super early bird pricing available now, but I also have scholarships. So ultimately, if you're called to come, then I'm always open to finding the way. So just feel free to tap in and see the incredible magic miracles that are going to be happening there, and come join if you feel the call. It will absolutely change your life. There'll be no going back after. There'll be a before and after. It will be a second, third, however many awakenings you've had. It will be an awakening. Honestly, this retreat is gonna be. I'm gonna have an awakening too. So, so beautifully raw, genuine, and felt heart-centered. Oh, beautiful. We're all shining brighter. Indeed, we are. Okay, so I'll hand over to you, Kim. Thank you, Kim and Amy, for having me. Such an honor. So grateful.
Thank you. Wow. Yeah, imagine that, but like the whole day at Unity Carnival. That was the kind of immersive experience that I've been in Mexico with this beautiful being. I'm just like, wow. Thank you so much for your time, your devotion, and you truly are walking the path in such a beautiful, fun, vibrant way. Your events and your vibe is just so, it's unlike anything else. It's like going to a Beyonce concert mixed with an Eckhart Tolle and going to church. It's all those things. It's like the dancing and the drumming and the singing and the joy. It's truly a blessing. So thank you so much, my love. We'll also put your Instagram link in the email with the printout for the frequency script as well. So we'll break that down for everyone who's on the call. And thank you so much, Amy, beautiful Amy. Let's add you to the screen. Thank you so much for your words and your sight and intention to bring this to fruition as well. So any last words from you before we go?
Oh, my last words were just like, that was truly beautiful. And thank you so much for making this. Thank you to you, Kim, because thank you for making this possible. Yeah, and thank you. Like, yeah, I'm just so grateful. And that was truly beautiful. So yeah, thank you.
Amazing. Great. Let's go smile with everyone that we meet and spread this love around the world. Thank you so much, everyone.
Yay! No, big hug, angels. Bye. Bye.